We will return to your scheduled programming shortly, or we are currently experiencing technical difficulty.
What is going on, YouTube? Michael J. Crawford, the Anti-Trucker here, and let me get right into a couple things because I see there's a little bit of confusion as to the name of today's stream.
I have got something better!
And Thomas has thrown a couple of bucks into the super chat. Thank you so much, Thomas. I do appreciate it. It says, attention, Kurogans, your liberation is at hand. That is true. The big battle is scheduled for today, is it not? I need to know exactly when so I can try to make it for as much of that as I can. And so I know you guys have been talking on Discord, but I haven't been able to. So I'm going to try to get up to speed after the stream here. So Live with Matthew gets the title, but a couple people didn't. So Gene and Sean specifically, and I don't recognize your names, so maybe you guys are new to the channel, but basically what's going on is basically tomorrow I have to go for a colonoscopy, which means that today I have to take some wonderful medication that clears out your entire intestinal tract. And I'm sure you can imagine what a pleasant experience. If you're not over 50, you probably don't know, but if you are over 50, you already know exactly what that is like. So that's, so no, I'm not dying, Gene, at least not officially yet. Still waiting for the test results on that one. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. Live with Matthew got an ad for water purification, kind of ironic today. John wants to know if you heard about the Orville divorce. Yes. So the actors that play Gordon and Kelly got married earlier this year, and now they're getting divorced. Obviously, typical Hollywood romance. So Valor says, I actually made it to before the show started. That is a good thing, Valor, and welcome. And Gene was saying, divorce from Fox or what? No, from each other. Gordon and Kelly, those two actors, I can never remember their names, are, they got married. Now they're divorcing. John DeMarco's in the house. Peter Quinn says, good evening. Thomas throws his $1.99 and warns the Kurogans that their liberation is at hand and wants to see Super Chat number 13. You got it, my friend.
I am Lord Reloaded.
Mess it up here. Why is 23 playing? I know exactly why 23 is playing. That was my fault. All right, let's try that again. 13.
I am Lord Reloaded, here to get this entire thing started here for Lord.
You just tripped over something that was so obvious.
There is Lore Reloaded walking down the street and Drax the Destroyer laughing at him. Which, by the way, if you don't get that, it's because my son, who does the animations that you see, did a really popular video on his channel called Drax Laughs Too Much shortly after Guardians 2 came out. And it's just that Drax laughs at everything in that movie. BIRDOPREY says, the sun never sets on Kuroga because we're going to blow it up. And you know, the funny thing is that I believe there's actually footage of that Kurogan citizen from a Star Trek The Original Series episode, Operation Annihilate, heading straight into the sun and proclaiming his freedom just before he died because he was finally free of you, BIRDOPREY. We just asked for the USA's help. Let's see. And we just asked for the USA's help with the Gulf and Iran situation, and they told us to bugger off. So not only does the USA, but now the UK have the stupidest leaders. Well, I didn't hear about any of that. I've not been keeping up on foreign news, which, yeah, news is depressing, I'll tell you. Let's see. And does that mean that we'll get Mrs. Antchecker in the morning or the Scarved Insect painting hour when you leave? Wow. You see, you guys just want me to die or something so you can get Mrs. Antchecker and Joshua. I see how it is. Not Ryan Johnson says hello to everyone in the chat except for Thomas Bot. Well, I'm pretty sure Thomas is not a bot because you can see right here he has a health bar. He's got 100% health right now. Which is actually, I think I need to fix that because it's, but yeah, another widget from Streamlabs I'm messing with. I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but we'll find out. Hello, let's see, pop poop time, says Captain Cat, thanks. Sean says, ouch, yes, it's going to be a long day for me. And don't forget, hit the like, people. Share via socials. Donate if you can. And down with Karoga. Very true on all accounts. Rock solid. Thank you, my friend. Transparent shirt. Yes, I just realized since this picture is Gur and Gur is green. Yeah, so you can see through Gur. Also, I noticed that there's some green text on my coffee cup so you can see through the word what and some of the polka dots on the cup. Thomas says you need a bedpan. Yeah, I'm not going to be live streaming while I'm pooping. Sorry, Thomas. I know you would love that, but no. Fox and Barrett Show. Welcome, says LMAO. All right, so let me work on getting caught up. Karoga needs you. Service guarantees citizenship. It also, though, guarantees death. That's the problem. That's why you have such a difficult time recruiting help. And Yosef throws a couple of euros into the super chat. And thank you, Yosef. Second with money, and number 2 is always better. Hashtag spin. And so, which, by the way, if somebody is willing, well, first of all, I assume that means you want Spinning Spock. So let's bring up good old Spinning Spock, everybody's favorite. There it is. The day that disco died. Thank you so much, my friend. Resolute says, no, you aren't dying, but by the end of the day, you'll wish you did. Yeah, and here's the thing. I know all about it because this is my 4th colonoscopy that I'm doing tomorrow. So, yeah. And Thomas is laughing because Karoga is so desperate. Yes, and Captain Cat, kill them, bird. Kill them. Sounding like Jason Voorhees' mother. I hope you run at a porta potty so you don't break Mrs. Antricker's porcelain throne. You guys are just mean. Tim Christ says, greetings. What's the topic today? Well, apparently the topic is poop. Uncle Ramus says, good morning. Where's is the jug o' fun? Well, the jug o' there, I think. Peter says, direct message on Discord. What is with you guys and sending me messages on Discord when I'm trying to do a live stream? What do you say? Let's see. Event in London, United Kingdom, Cameron Mills, and 2 other on Monday, April 2020 with 8,500. So it's an event on Facebook. Storm the sun. It can't burn all of us. So on April 20th of 2020, people are going to gather together to attack the sun. Well, I assume that's the official. This is like the official Karogan Facebook page, right? Because that's got to be it. Anyway, Black Adam says, I ordered something nerdy to be picked up at the day before Comic-Con. Can I get your opinion? And something from Forbidden Planet. Let's take a look here. What did you order? Star Wars The Phantom Menace Force FX lightsaber Darth Maul. Let me see, trying to get the image to zoom in. That's a nice looking lightsaber, although obviously, well, I'm trying to figure out what's with the plastic piece there. I assume that's like part of the display stand or something. But yeah, if you're going to be cosplaying as a Sith, why not? Be careful when you go to sleep tonight. During that stuff can cause you to wake up in stuff. Don't remind me. Don't know if I should feel vindicated or depressed. Took a new job in February, and I told them that they need to re-platform the websites. 3 external consultants have now all come back with the same recommendation. Well, you should feel vindicated, because basically, if maybe the people at the company will realize that they could save a bunch of money by just consulting with you instead of hiring outsiders. Let's see. We have Boris Johnson all. Yes, him, the clown. I have no idea what you're talking about there. Apparently, we now have Bojo the Clown. Yes, news is just depressing. I don't know anything about Bojo the Clown. I don't know whatever. What does that even mean? You guys are losing me. You Brits are crazy. Well, little anti-dog is resting there. Yes, that's all she does is rest. I swear. That is just a... and there's Yosef Super Chat. Thank you, Yosef, my friend. And your name will be there until you're... Actually, I think I'm going to move it because it's like right on my head, and that's kind of weird. So let's move you over here. There. Anti-Tricker's health bar. Well, now it's Yosef's health bar. The health bar is for whoever the most recent super chatter is. But I need to fix it because right now I think that it's too easy to dethrone someone. So that I need to fix. Let me see if we make it so damage per. We'll go 10 and 10. See if that works better. So we'll find out when somebody else super chats or donates and Yosef's health goes down. It's that day, anti-checker to poop. Yes, that's true. Live streaming from every orifice. And you're a doctor. That's so unbecoming of your profession. Transparent aluminum coffee mug and shirt. That's true. Instead of spitting Spock, maybe pooping Spock. You guys are just... bad. And Fox is laughing again. I'm so far behind. I'm sorry, guys. I am having trouble concentrating, but I will try to get caught up. I'm just going to read the ones addressed directly to me for a couple of minutes so that I can get hopefully relatively caught up. Says Clerpoop Plot Kerplop. Valor says, so you're going to take meds to make more little anti-trickers. Yes, that is true. And rather liquidy anti-trekkers by the end of the day. Are we talking about the Sun anti-trekker? They are also going to storm Loch Ness to find Nessie. Are they? Oh, that's great. You guys have fun with that. God bless you, dude. The Turtistani people are with you. Thank you, Darth Maul. I appreciate it. And the Turtistani people are far better than the Karogan people. That is for sure. Peter says, another direct message. Of course you sent another direct message, Peter, because I'm trying to get caught up, so you want to slow me down. What's this? Oh, okay. So they're also, on September 21st of this year, there are 44,000 people interested and 21,000 people going to storm Loch Ness. That's just bad. I would laugh if actually that many people showed up. I replaced 2 as agencies when I came here. There's no in-house web development team, just me. Well, then they need to pay you more, rock solid. Boris Bojo Johnson is the UK Prime Minister, the clown. Okay, so you guys don't like him. Why don't you like him? Or is he just, oh, he's not my political party, so I don't like him. And Resolute throws $2 in. And gets the spitting Spock. Thank you so much, Resolute. And notice that Yosef's health bar has now decreased. So that's how that works. So when Yosef's health bar reaches 0, then he will no longer be the king of the hill, I guess. Jeez, I'm losing it today. But thank you so much, Resolute. I do truly appreciate it. And don't forget to put into the chat if you want a super chat reward. I didn't see a request in your donation, but thank you, my friend. Let's see. Force FX sabers are not that great. Spending a little money, you can get one from Ultra Sabers. Has a programmable soundboard that you can USB directly to your computer, so it's no string LEDs to break. I actually do like Ultra Sabers. The lightsaber that I have, I can't quite reach it right now, is an Ultra Saber. They make good, solid products. Let's see. Darren says, good morning. I thought you'd be on earlier. I was planning on it, but I just couldn't do it. So, Bojo the Clown, does he have Cookie the Sidekick? Good question. Fox, little auntie is not a robot. Shame on you. Yeah, auntie is definitely not a robot. She is a real dog. Sometimes. She just doesn't move very often. So I got to poke her with a stick every now and then to make sure she's still alive. But I don't poke her with a stick, just so you know. I'm cosplaying as Sam from Game of Thrones. My costume is a screen accurate. I'm meeting Derek at Comic-Con, and I'm meeting my other friend as well, and me and the other friend are going for dinner. Very cool, but then why the lightsaber back at him? That doesn't seem to add up. BIRDOPREY says Sassy ran under the bed because the vet is here. No, she ran under the bed because she realized that you are there. 3 adults are trying to get Sassy to come out with the chicken. With chicken. Poor Sassy. Too bad. You should be recording all this, BIRDOPREY, for your so you can show that the epic battle with Sassy. Turtistani veterinarians aren't known for their bedside manner. You're talking about Kurogans. Again, you're getting confused. I'm calling PETA for you, BIRDOPREY. Remember, we stand with you while you sit. Thank you. I appreciate that, as horrible as it is. Hello. Hey, Neo-Normie. Have you seen the Sam Raimi cut fan-made trailer for Batman with Bruce Campbell? It was funny. I have not. I did not see that at all. Darth Maul, check this. They ship worldwide. And what's that? Oh, that's that Force FX. Yeah, well, since you're Darth Maul, yeah, you should want that. You know, a squatty potty might help things go easier. Stop it. No more talking about pooping. I'm going to get like Trolita here. Anti-Dog is challenging her inner cat. Ordinary cats sleep for up to 24 hours a day. Overachievers sleep more. Yeah, Auntie sleeps a lot for a dog, although she's a middle-aged dog, so it's not really... I would guess she sleeps probably on the order of about 18 hours a day. So, which typically dogs sleep up to about 16, so she's a little bit of an overachiever there. Let's see. We going to hire cottages around Loch Ness? Yeah, someone will make a storm the White House and then people will get arrested. Yeah, that would be a bad idea. Peter Quinn says he's a racist idiot, Boris Johnson. Well, okay, now let me ask you, Peter, are you saying that in the same way that people say that Donald Trump is a racist idiot or that George Bush was a racist? Is he just a racist idiot because he's part of the party you disagree with, or is he actually a racist and an idiot? Because if he's actually a racist and an idiot, then that would kind of indicate that at least 50% of the UK are idiots and racists, and I kind of doubt that. How exactly does anyone storm Loch Ness? I've heard about a group massing to storm Area 51, but that's a controlled location. Anybody can visit Loch Ness. Well, it just makes it easier. That's because they're Europeans, Darren. They don't, they don't want a real challenge. And a spinning Spock, spin it. Sorry, that brightens my day. Yes, and so now if you do a donation on Streamlabs, it will do that little spinning Spock animation automatically. And then you still get to pick a super chat. So if you love spinning Spock a lot, donate via Streamlabs instead of super chat. See, I'm clever and greedy. Resolute wants super chat number 7. You got it, my friend. Let's see if I can find that button. Hey. An apt animation of what the rest of my day is going to be like after this live stream. Thank you so much, Resolute. I truly appreciate that. You jerk. Don't forget to pay for your colonoscopy or you will be in the rears. Oh, jeez. Morning, Anti-Checker. Good morning, everyone. Hey, DJ, good to see you, I think. Think of Trump, add a thesaurus, add some mumbling, throw a haystack at him, and you have Boris. But you see, I don't think Trump is a racist. I think he's a dick, but I don't think he's a racist. And I think that people throw that term around way too casually. They think that, like, for example, they think Trump is a racist because he wants to control the borders. That's not a racist thing. But whatever. If someone plans Storm All Access headquarters, that would be interesting. If someone wants to do a Storm CBS, I might actually show up for that one. Bojo has a career of abusing the various offices that he's held for personal gain, and the supine regulating bodies have done nothing. I'm sure what political ideology says graft corruption is okay. I'm not sure which political ideology says graft corruption is okay. See, I don't know enough about him to be able to make an honest comment about it, Dr. Alex. But if he is a habitual abuser of power, then you guys have got a serious problem. And I mean that in all sincerity. Is that if someone who is, and this is the problem with politics. Everybody in the United States who is a liberal thinks that Donald Trump is the worst person ever and can be compared to the leader of Germany from the 1940s. Everybody in this country who's a Republican will say the exact same thing about Barack Obama or Bill Clinton, right? So the simple fact is people talk that way just because they disagree with the ideology, and the worst thing they can think of to say is that they're a racist and a bigot and a homophobe or whatever. And and so if Bojo actually has been caught abusing power and the system allows him to do it, then you got bigger problems than Bojo being a racist. You have a system that is completely and utterly broken. Because it's, or is it just you think he's abusing power because he's enacting policies you don't like? And that's kind of what I'm getting at. Because it's awesome. It's the only one store in the same city as Comic-Con, 130 miles and a train away. I think I missed what the because part is associated with. What do you call the camera for the colonoscopy? A GoPro. What are you, on a website for bad colonoscopy jokes? And actually kind of sucks because I don't get to eat anything today and I can only drink a very specific list of things. So like, for example, I have my coffee here. I'm happy to have my coffee, but I can't put cream in it. And I love lots of cream in my coffee. So that's driving me nuts. I like Coke Zero. I can't have that, but I can have lemonade. So yeah. And I can't have anything that is colored. I'm trying to remember. There's like 2 or 3 colors that I'm not allowed to have for whatever reason. Let's see. BIRDOPREY says, I've considered recording it, but not flattering for the people. Not sure what you're talking about there, Bird. Tim says, hey, I also have one. My saber is a bellicose with a Obi-Wan pommel. I also made my own from the custom saber shop. I'll tweet them to you if you're on Twitter. I am on Twitter. Link should be in the description below. Can Anti-Checker make the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs? Well, the Kessel Run, which is actually a term for a specific method of pooping, yes, I can do it in less than 12 parsecs. Good morning, Anti-Checker. We will be on stand by you, rescue you from the Borg assimilation. You guys. Roxal says, I was actually trying to be helpful, unlike those other Kurogans who just want you to suffer. Well, thank you, Roxal. I do appreciate that. The Kurogans are evil people. That is true. I had no idea dogs are that lazy. Dogs are actually quite lazy. We just don't think of it because when we think of a dog, we think of like when you're playing fetch or walking around and playing and happy and stuff. But dogs basically have 2 modes, sleep and warp 9. There's like nothing in between. Slash.dash says, whoop whoop, Boris is the man, so I guess Slash likes Boris. No, Boris Johnson calls people pickaninnies. Okay. Well, I don't even know what pickaninny means technically, so that doesn't say much to me. Why don't you add a game stream of Fortnite and then you could have a Supa Poopa battle? No thanks. I've never played Fortnite, so I wouldn't, yeah. Handcheck, I heard you spend a lot of money for the colonoscopy prep medication. That is expensive. Oh, jeez. You never painted your office. Unsubbing. I know, I need to paint my office. I really do. Josh says, Anti-Checker, do you get enough Huggies for today, and do they make them in Anti-Checker's size? They do not make Huggies in my size. However, for those of you that are Saturday Night Live fans, I would love to get a box of Oops, I Crap My Pants. Bojo has also famously commented on watermelon smiles on a certain ethnic group for whom that would be particularly offensive. Okay. I don't know about that, but you see, here's the thing, Doctor. You got to send me a link of him actually saying it. Just telling me he said that is like people saying, oh, Donald Trump, said that all black people are bad, even though he never said that. They just say that. Everyone who I don't like is racist. the left wing. Well, and that's the problem. And I'm not trying to defend Trump, by the way. I don't think Trump is the greatest president ever, but I don't think that he's a flat out racist. I also don't think that he's an idiot, even though he has a very disjointed speaking mannerism that a lot of people like to make fun of. I don't think he's stupid. I don't think he would be where he is if he were as stupid as people think he is.
I have got something better.
And Luke throws €5, or I'm sorry, euros into the chat. Thank you so much. And notice that Yosef's hit points are going down pretty fast here. So it looks like Yosef is gonna go down soon. Valor says, "Are you going to be pooping more or less all day?" Oh no, we will be overrun by lore. Oh. Dr. Alex says, "Hey, Trigger, now you're getting the picture." Okay. The word pickaninnies is a racist term used to describe black children. Okay, I did not know that. Deemed by who? Obama was deemed an idiot by people. Trump was deemed an idiot by other people. Means nothing. That's true. Bird says, I've never ever heard the term pickaninnies in my life. I have not heard anyone say that either. So I've heard of the word, but I don't even know where. And maybe from a book or something. But I don't think I've ever heard it in conversation. Admiral is here, says, "Greetings from Germany. Trump is not the same level as that guy from Germany, but some of his ideology and his way of populism are similar." Well, you could argue that, I mean, every politician tries to do populist things. I mean, why do you think the Democrats are constantly trying to give away everything? Oh, everybody should get free health care and free student loans and free this and free that and free that. They're trying to be populist. They're trying to appeal to the populace in order to gain popularity and get power. As far as his ideology, well, what specifically are you saying his ideology is similar to that person from Germany? Because I will tell you this, that while the Socialist Party of the 1940s in Germany was not the same as modern day socialism, it is a socialist party. And you know what? He's not a socialist, you know. And the Icon channel just subscribed. Awesome. I don't know if you're here right now, Icon, but thank you, my friend, if you are. And let's see. Boris Johnson lied about the NHS to fool people about Brexit, and he claimed to have a plan B, which he didn't. Well, I don't know what the NHS is. And lied, I don't know if did he lie or did he have an opinion that was different than yours? Because that's the thing. Like, people say that, for example, AOC said that people are drinking out of toilets at the detention facilities on the southern United States border. And you know, people say, well, she's lying. Well, is she lying, or is she simply stating it as she understands it? Because, of course, the fixtures in a prison facility is a combination toilet sink. And so you do drink out of the sink part of the toilet, and so you do technically drink out of the toilet. And but she may have misunderstood what was going on and not necessarily been lying. That being said, I still think, I don't think AOC has any business being one of our elected representatives. He penned an offensive poem about a Turkish president, what? I don't even know who that is. That's the last. What? I have no idea what you're talking about there, Peter. Rock solid. May none of your morning constitutionals be rock solid. Yes. I can guarantee you they won't be. After your colonoscopy, Antraker, don't forget to get a note from the doctor to prove to your wife that your head isn't up your ass. Yeah, so tomorrow morning, I'm not going to be able to do a morning live stream. I will try, if I'm up to it, to do an afternoon live stream when I get home from the fun. But I'll also be drugged out of my mind, so I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Neo Normie says, are mad people... It's the equivalent of putting the vote to Texas to cut all the money generating states in the union. And checker are mad people. It's the equivalent of putting a vote to Texas to cut all the money generating states from the union. What Are you talking about the NHS? Okay, I don't quite. You're talking about Brexit. I love it when dogs have their 3 minutes of stir crazy running. They just lose it and run all over the room and go nuts. Yes, and Auntie will do that. When she gets up, she's just like, foo, 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 and then she's done. This may be the one day where Anti-Tracker doesn't want anything referencing poop on his channel. You are quite correct, Darren. Black Adam says, I was informed we are getting a Jack Russell puppy rescue. I have no idea what to expect. I'm nervous of having 2 dogs. If they fight, I don't want Molly to get upset or scared. Yeah, that's, well, we were very nervous bringing Auntie home because, of course, we have Puka, the Pomeranian, and we also have a cat. But they get along wonderfully. And so... but you just got to introduce them. When we first brought Auntie home, we put Auntie in a little kennel, a wire cage kind of thing, and that way they couldn't hurt each other while they just kind of sniffed at each other. We made sure there was no growling or anything going on, then we let them interact, and they get along fine. And I understand Jack Russells are good dogs, but I don't know. Thomas says, I meant your office in Space Engineers. Oh, that, yes. You're right. I haven't painted that office yet either. In fact, I'll tell you what. I will do it right now. How's that? Well, in just a minute. While I'm working on the chat here. They make Huggies in Hobbit sizes, don't they, Anti-Trekker? Oh, you're just mean. And that's Mrs. Anti-Trekker sending me something. What's that? So whenever Mrs. Anti-Trekker texts me, I always got to check here. She sent me a picture of Pickaninny brand fruit for a very old picture. And yes, you can see it is definitely an offensive type of thing. So Mrs. Anti-Trekker looked that up. Obviously, she's watching the stream. So, hey, babe, how you doing? So, I'm going to be pooping all night. That didn't sound right. Maybe Anti-Trigger will be painting his office brown. I hate you, Darth Maul. Luke, let's see. Boris Johnson is an idiot and a coward who ran away the minute he got what he made peeps voting for. Well, and if that's the case, BIRDOPREY put in $1.07. $1.07. That is a very unusual amount, but thank you, Bird. I do appreciate it. And that's the sound of PayPal letting me know that went through. So thank you, Bird. I truly do. And I believe you guys that this Boris Johnson is incompetent, it sounds like. I don't know, but you see, since I don't follow the politics of Europe, I don't know that much about Brexit except, the superficial stuff. But and I know some people hate it, some people love it. It's a very divisive issue. I haven't studied it enough to really have a strong opinion about it. Dr. Alex says, give me a second, Anti-Trekker. Oh, you've got plenty of time. You probably left that comment 20 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden my chat went nuts because I'm so far behind. All right, there we go. You pay for your Colo pre-meds. They're free for us with minimal cost here. I understand. Yes, I know. Socialized medicine, blah, blah, blah. You're going to be painting an anti-office in brown soon. I'm going to be painting the office in just a few minutes. Peter says another direct message on Discord. You guys, enough with the Discord. From a conservative leaning, that's political party as media. Boris Johnson says, Watermelon Smiles' remark is wholly satirical. So he said something about watermelon smiles, and then he says that it was out of context. And is it possible, and I'm trying to ask you to be intellectual for a minute here, don't be emotional. Is it possible that that's true, that it was taken out of context? I don't know. I don't know the guy, just asking that question. And Luke wants UBERCHAT number 2. You got it, my friend.
In the tradition of our Vulcan ways, the two of you must fight to the death and Kunat Kalafi.
I don't think this is really all that fair.
I have to choose a winner. And the winner is DJ.
What?
What?
What can I say? I love bunnies.
There it is. Mrs. Anti-Tracker judging a fight between BIRDOPREY and DJ Odyssey. Thank you so much, Luke. I do appreciate it as the turds spill out of the bottle. Ugh. Are you going to be so I already read that. Let's see. Trump called for the execution of black teenagers even after it was proved they weren't guilty of the crime. I do not recall Trump calling for the execution of black teenagers. I genuinely don't know anything about that one. And so I don't know if you're just saying that because I've never heard anything even remotely like that. But then again, I don't watch CNN and MSNBC and Fox News. So I don't know. Don't forget to get the video footage from your procedure so you can share it on your next live cast. That will not be happening. And so, let's see. James Comley even said Trump had above average intelligence. However, an IQ of 101 would be above average intelligence. Above average does not equate to impressive. Well, that's true, but I'm just saying that I think that regardless of whether his IQ is 101 or 160, I don't care, right? What I care about is he a competent leader? And I think while Trump is very boorish and very, we'll just say, less than congenial, I think he's competent. But then I would say the same thing about Obama, Bush, Clinton. I don't think we've had a completely incompetent president. Let's see. It's not free. You pay taxes. That is true. Let's see. Oh, the Central Park 5. Thank you, babe. So you can tell. I don't know that much about the Central Park 5 situation, but did he actually call for their execution? If so, that is kind of extreme, but I don't know. And like I said, this is not a political channel, even though you guys want me to get political all the time because you want me to get banned from YouTube. But yeah. Trump drinks water. The dictator from Germany drank in the 40s, drank water. They're practically the same person. Leftist thinking. That is actually true. Nazis, and Peter, we don't want to use that word very often around here, killed socialists, so they ain't socialists. Disagree with you on that, Peter. You know what? Look at what the party in the 40s actually did. Aside from their military excursions, which are not social programs, which are not, domestic, all that crap. But the thing is that the political platform of that party was a socialist platform. You may not like it, but you know what? I don't care. That is what it is, and people want to try and distort it because they want to make it out that they're some kind of right-wing group when they're clearly not. Stalin called them right-wing, but I'm sorry, Stalin would call Barack Obama right-wing, right? Stalin would call Hillary Clinton right-wing. Why? Because they're not Stalin. National Health Service in the UK says, well, I'm not saying the National Health Service is necessarily entirely bad. We don't have it. But, I would dare say that the quality of care in the United States is pretty good, even though I've been struggling not with the health system, but with the system of my leave from work. That's what I've been fighting. Hey, Andrew, what I miss? Well, Kronos, everybody wants to talk about politics except me. Man, let them drink out of the toilet. AOC didn't know what a garbage disposal was 6 months ago. Well, AOC is like, whatever. I don't know why she is where she is, to be honest with you. Luke is saying, so you're saying AOE is a naive idiot instead of a sick liar. It's so much better now. Good to see she got elected congresswoman. I'm not saying she's an idiot. However, she's clearly inexperienced. If she doesn't understand what the fixtures are like in a prison facility, and yes, the southern border is a prison facility, and it's a prison facility because the people detained there are breaking the law. And so that, you have to, if she's really so living in a bubble that she has no idea that people that break the law don't get to stay in the Hilton. It doesn't work that way. And like when she was trying to dress down that one person from ICE and say, well, what about, why are you detaining these families and stuff? And he's like, if you break any law, we're going to detain you. I don't, if you are being arrested for robbing a liquor store, guess what? You're going to be separated from your children. And if you take your children with you when you're robbing the liquor store, they're going to take your children into custody and put them separate from you. That's the way it works. But she can't comprehend that. Instead, she just sees that the United States is abusing children. Because she doesn't, and here's the thing, it's not that they're not breaking the law, she just doesn't think that breaking that law should matter. Well, then she should not, and I'm sorry, this goes to anybody elected to a political office. If you don't think breaking the law matters, you should not be a lawmaker, period. Anyway, enough about politics. Wait, AOC drinks out of the toilet that I paid to see. BIRDOPREY's drugged anti-trekker stream. Yes, tomorrow will probably be a drugged anti-trekker stream if I can stream it all. It's okay if you let Mrs. Anti-Trekker and Joshua do the stream for you. I know you would think that was great. Black Adam says, check Discord. It's you. All right. Enough of the checking Discord. I'm not going to even show that. It's from the bridesmaids thing when she's pooping. National Health Service and National Insurance and Brexiters are crazy, racist fruitcakes, the equivalent of America's militia. Now, you see, I find that difficult to believe. I think that's hyperbole. We keep hitting the PCU limit. I know that's a problem, and I don't know what is being done about that. Do not check Discord anymore. People need to break that habit. Yeah, that's true. I need to be better about not checking Discord. All right. So no more Discord checks. Sorry, not going to do it because I want to get caught up in this chat, and I'm way the heck behind. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. I heard a tree fall on me. I had a tree fall on me in Space Engineers. Yes, I've had that happen too. And I've cut down trees, by the way, in Space Engineers. Don't join server. It's restarting. All right, Thomas, let me know when it's back up and running, and then I'll join the server. I agree. Europe, I'm not. BIRDOPREY says it means play number 7. I don't know what means play number 7, but why not? Because that's what I'm going to be doing today. Thanks, Bird. Mrs. Antrekker says hi to everybody. Hey, baby. Never wear that shirt on a live stream again. Why? Because it's too weird to be able to see through my shirt. Enjoy the poop, Mrs. Antrekker. I hope he stinks the place up. Wow, Fox, that's just mean. Wow. Carlos saying hi to Mrs. Antrekker. Continue saying hi to Mrs. Antrekker. DJ says, hail, Mrs. Antrekker, queen of all turds, and bow down before your queen. Yes. Commander Shutter is throwing alien faces and turds in the chat. Not sure why. Miss Antrekker, please ask your husband to live stream tomorrow. Hi, Miss Antrekker. Hope you have a good day. We feel sorry for you and Joshua today. Wow, you guys are mean. Not out of context. He was council welfare housing in London when he made the Pickaninnies comment. Well, then why the heck is he in office? What is wrong with people? By the way, one thing that one person sent me a side message about, and I do want to point this out, is that at the time, and I don't know all the details because I don't follow the news that much because, quite frankly, it's too damn depressing. But apparently the Central Park Five, at the time that Trump was suggesting that they should be executed, everybody thought they were guilty or something. I don't know. That's just what the other person said in the defense of Trump. I do not know. So don't take that as me defending Trump on it. I'm not an expert on it. I think that after the first time local representatives are elected to Congress, then they should only be reelected after being voted on by a national vote. How about this? How about people actually start paying attention to their freaking politics? Instead of, and this is the big problem in politics right now. I'm trying not to get into a big old tangent here, but this is a problem. Why don't people pay attention to who they're voting for? Because they don't. I don't know what the names of the parties are in Great Britain or anywhere else in Europe, but I can tell you this. In the United States, about 80% of the people that actually vote, which is only about half of the population on a good year, will vote simply for the person that has a D or an R by their name based on whether that person considers themselves a D or an R, which means that millions of people voted for Trump because he was running as a Republican, and millions of people voted for Clinton because she was a Democrat, and no other reason. That is asinine. People don't care about what the politicians actually say, actually do, actually think, and how they conduct themselves. Because if they did, not one person who is in office right now would be there. That's my tirade about it. So you know what the problem is? The problem is not these idiots and asses that are in office. The problem is staring you right in the mirror every time you're shaving or doing your hair or whatever. The problem is that we, the people, don't give a damn. That's the problem. Okay, I'm done. Rock Solid says, as the crap spills, the next thrilling drama from CBS All Access. Oh, jeez. No one laughed at Boris's comment about pickaninnies. Not satirical at all. I believe you, but then why is he elected, for God's sakes? How far behind is Anti-Tracker's chat? Well, that was about 10 minutes right now. I'm working on catching up. And Dr. Alex sends an article about Bojo's racism. I will check that out later. But Boris Johnson's racist insults, dog whistles, and slurs. So, yeah, I will check that out. But the thing is that if this is all so well known, why is he elected, Dr. Alex? I always thought, and I know it's a stereotype, but I thought English people were supposed to be relatively intelligent. So why is it that they elect an idiot and a racist to run them? Or do you guys not care any more than Americans do? Doesn't realize yet that the shirt makes him look like a Teletubby. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I guess. You know, that's what I should do. I should get a shirt that actually does look like a Teletubby shirt, except the screen in the middle is green. Yeah, I should do that. Everyone in New York, black and white, thought that Central Park 5 were guilty. I don't know jack about the Central Park 5, but that's what Mrs. Anti-Trekker obviously does. I don't, but she gets to watch the news more than me, so I don't know the details of it. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't want to make an ass out of myself by trying to assume one way or the other. I think Churchill and Roosevelt called that party right-wing too, Anti-Trekker. I don't recall Churchill or Roosevelt ever referring to that party as right-wing. Stalin is the only one I know that called that party right-wing. And so, you know, and Peter, if you can show me the quote from Churchill and Roosevelt, fine. Because Churchill I got respect for. All right, Roosevelt, he's all right. But Churchill I got mass respect for. But if you could show me a quote where Churchill is referring to that party as this right-wing party and details of what that means, because, of course, right and left can mean different things to different people, I would love to see it. Morning, folks. Instead of 2 bed live streams in the future, can Bird and you join forces as a single Bed Life Nation live stream? It would be easier for us, the fans. Sorry, Bird is evil. Fox says she's a bartender. If you're talking about AOC, well, yeah, she's probably a good one, but yeah. I worked at the OAP home in the special unit, and Trump's rambling speeches are reminiscent of a pair of guys I'd have to help who had senile dementia, especially the mid-sentence forgetting. But here's the thing, Neo Normie. I genuinely don't think Trump is stupid. He has a very odd mannerism to him as far as his speech pattern. But you know what? Let me see you make $10 billion, and then we'll talk about who's stupid. And yes, he started with several $1 million to make those billions of dollars. However, he still made those billions of dollars. I will call AOC an idiot. I call her an idiot all day long. Well, you can, but I'm just, you know, I understand. I think she's inexperienced. And I think that and she's ignorant of a lot of facts, especially on how the political process works. DJ says she's an idiot. She thinks unemployment numbers drop because people have more than one job. But is that, and again, this is where you guys confuse idiot with ignorant. Most people don't understand how unemployment numbers work. And so you might think that, well, if unemployment counts the number of people that have jobs and somebody has 2 jobs, then they get counted twice. And therefore, the reason that unemployment is lower is because people are working 2 jobs. However, she obviously, she's just making these wild assumptions without bothering to check it out, which is a very foolish thing to do, but that doesn't necessarily make her unintelligent. It just makes her foolish and ignorant. Let's see. Break the law and go to a Manson. Nope.
I have got something better.
Not sure what you mean. Joseph throws €2 into the super chat. You should ask for super chats. Others do it. Hashtag spin. You know what? I don't want to be a beggar to you guys. And I know, I love it when you guys do super chat and donate and stuff, but I'm not going, I know that there are some channels that's all they do. And like they'll only read super chat comments because it's hard to read all the comments. As you guys know, I always fall behind. But that's not me. So if you guys feel the need to donate, thank you so much. It helps me beyond words, but I will not compromise my own integrity and just sit there and say, please give me money, please give me money, please give me money, because that's not what you guys are here to hang out and talk about. But I do appreciate the sentiment. I truly do. And there goes Disco Death. And Mrs. Anti-Trigger says, since I'll be caring for my husband during this time, I'm going to check out way too many poop jokes. I'd like to be able to eat. Yeah, I'm sorry, babe. And I wish I could eat, but I don't get to eat today. Yay. Resolute says, Anti-Trigger for mayor. I don't think I want that job. Actually, we have a good mayor here in Murfreesboro, so I wouldn't want to run for mayor. I wouldn't mind running for, I don't know, dictator of the world. Andrew says, I vote Constitution Party. I do not vote party lines. I'm registered independent. I vote for whoever the hell I think is the best person for the job, period. And I treat it like a job interview. I pay attention to the debates. I listen to what they say, and I base it on that. I do not base it on party lines or anything like that. The UK has 4 main parties and 12 minority parties. America's 2-party system is stupid. Well, you know what, Neil? You say that, and yet the person elected in the UK is apparently a racist and an idiot, and so it doesn't seem to be any better. The problem is when I'm shaving or combing my hair, darn mirror. Let's see. Later, Mrs. Antrick says, Cronus Roxall says, Antrick, Ben Shapiro is the best philosophy regarding voting. Voting and political terms are not a team sport. Stop treating it as such. Look at the person, not the party. I agree. And I've seen a few of Ben Shapiro's videos. He's a very intelligent young man. And I gotta say, he makes some great points on his channel. If you haven't checked him out, you really should. Justice's own council voted for him as MP, Anti-Tracker, and the member, I don't know what MP is, and members of that political party voted for him to be leader. Well, and your system is freaking broken. 55 watching with 31 likes and 1 dislike. Well, actually, we're currently up to 61 watching. Amazing for a daytime stream. So welcome all that aren't normally here. Sorry that I sound so confused. It's only because I'm confused, but it's mainly because I got a lot going on. And tomorrow I get to get raped by a 3-foot pole. The UK Prime Minister stepped down and their party voted for a new leader. It wasn't a general election. Well, you see, and the thing is, it's like in the United States, if the president stepped down, then the vice president becomes president. The vice president steps down, then the Speaker of the House becomes president. We have a clear, they don't just get to vote for who takes over. And so That's the UK sounds like a pretty messed up system. Uncle Remus says, "Why so serious? We're talking about pooping." Well, that's true. Brian McFarland says, "Hi, Editor. How's the old 3D printers doing? I don't know. Once my back is better, I'll be able to get back into it. I really want to. It's driving me crazy. One thing I am working on when I have a few minutes here and there is redesigning the USS Anti-Trekker because, and I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it because of principle. The USS Anti-Trekker will no longer be a Federation starship when I am done with it. It will be a part of the Planetary Union because Seth MacFarlane has come out during Comic-Con along with, I can't remember the name of the other guy that runs Orville, saying, yeah, you guys want to do fan productions? Go for it. You know, meanwhile, CBS is, you know, currently squatting over and crapping all over Star Trek. So, yeah, I'm kind of done with Star Trek proper until CBS straightens out their act. Now, don't get me wrong. I still love the original series. Me and Mrs. Antitrek will still watch the original series. We watch it almost every day. However, I am not going to, do anything that directly supports Star Trek other than reviews and stuff, which isn't really supporting them. Yeah. There's Yosef's Super Chat. Thank you again saying I should ask for Super Chats. I'm not going to ask for Super Chats all the time, but thank you, Yosef. And anybody else that wants to Super Chat, you are welcome to, but do not feel obligated. That's not this channel. Dr. Alex says, wait till you see his tax returns before you say how much he's made rather than been given does not have. Well, Dr. Alex, you know what? If wait until you see the long form birth certificate. Antrigger, she has a degree in economics. She should know. Actually, having a degree does not mean you know anything. And by the way, having an economics degree does not mean you understand civics. It just means you should understand how economies work. It doesn't necessarily mean you know how they calculate unemployment numbers. Feel the burn, says Kronos. No thanks. Hey, Antrigger, we can see through your T-shirt character. Cool CG. Yes. This is Gur from Invader Zim. Great cartoon. If you've never seen Invader Zim, it is bizarre. It is weird. It makes lots of poop jokes, and it is hilarious. And by the way, probably the most accurate depiction of modern society of any television show ever, because people are so woefully ignorant as to let an alien invasion happen, and they have no idea, even though the evidence is right in front of them. Shomer is in the house, says, greetings, Anti-Trekker and fellow nerds. Hey, Shomer, good to see you. Peter says, it's not like Anti-Trekker has money coming out his ass. That would be awesome if I did. Instead of what does come out. Derek says, AOC's problem goes way beyond ignorance. She can't claim she has been exposed to facts like what a garbage disposal is. Well, here's the thing. Yes, she can. It depends. Everybody's life. You keep in mind, like, for example, we're nerds, right? We're all nerds on this channel. And part of that proof that you're nerds is the very fact that we're hanging out on the freaking internet. Now, keep in mind, a large percentage of people do not use the internet on a regular basis and have no clue as to how the internet works. And so if you're never exposed to that, and then all of a sudden you get a job as a webmaster or something, and you're sitting there going, so we want to make sure we don't get too many hits on our website or else it'll break or something, because you don't know how it works. And so I don't know anything. All I know about AOC is that she's from the Bronx. She was relatively good looking. She is ignorant as all heck about how the world really works, and that she is a properly indoctrinated college graduate. See, Roxanne says, seems like Mrs. is a sort of woman to be. Hashtag BePoo. Mrs. Anti-Trekker is the best woman on the planet. I'm sorry to all of my female subscribers and any of you that are married. I got the best one. I listen and take in policies myself. Says Peter. Okay. When is Anti-Trekker going to make Batman walk the brown mile? If that means what it... yeah. It's not a 3-foot pole. Have you ever had one of these things? Yes, I've had 3 before, actually. I know, it's actually more like, it's about a probe about like that, and then there's like a roto-rooter type flexible thing behind it, and yeah. Yes, I've had the procedure done. It almost looks like, depending on, like, because there's been different tools, because, there are different types of equipment they use for this. The last one that I had, it really looked like they were taking a neuralizer from Men in Black. Roxanne says, Ben Shapiro's a Jew. Please tell me that that's a joke regarding him wanting to go to war with Israel. Fake news, Ben Shapiro's a shill and wants us to go to war with Israel? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about there. That would make a whole lot of sense considering his nationality. Tim says, this last election really made me depressed. I felt Trump was an egomaniac. You had a politically corrupt Hillary and the libertarian clown car. I wanted to see Rand Paul do better. Well, I actually, and I'll tell you, this is absolutely true. I never, and I know I mentioned this before, but I never ever put political signs or political stickers up. I don't do that. However, in the last election, I did. For the first time ever, I put a political bumper sticker on my car, and it's still there now. And it says, neither won 2016 because, oh my God, WTF,
I have
why?
got something better.
And Thomas throws $1.99 into the super chat. Joseph's health is getting down to next to nothing. And I didn't quite catch what I said, but I'll read it in a few minutes. I'm starting to get a little more caught up. Remember, UK isn't a republic, it's a monarchy. This shows that is true. Did you ever dance with a probe in the pale moonlight? BIRDOPREY says, breaking news, Camille's surgery was a success. She is good and feeling a lot better. However, all of her personal belongings were stolen in the hospital. Well, first of all, thank God Camille's surgery was a success. So absolutely, Bird, tell her that we've been praying for her, and I am so happy to hear that her surgery was a success. However, that being said, you should also tell her to stop going to Carogan hospitals because, of course, all her stuff was stolen because she's in Caroga. Let's see. Ford wasn't elected president. Nixon's first VP left. Ford took over. Then Nixon left, and Ford was president. Well, technically true, yes, but it was not. But that's our system. Isn't like if Nixon left, it's not like then they get to arbitrarily pick who's president. It's always whoever is vice president. BIRDOPREY says, "Damn, Turdistani Hospital." No, it's Carogan. Why would your nurse, Bird, why would your nurse go to a Turdistani hospital when you are the dictator of Caroga? She would obviously be at a Carogan hospital, so don't try to spin that one. There is no way you can get out of it. She was at a Carogan hospital when all of her personal effects were stolen. Well, it works for the most part, Anti-Trigger. Normally, if the party in governance has leadership change, we have a general election or one due in less than a year. Well, obviously, in this case, it didn't. Remember to keep that toilet paper in the freezer. It helps when the proper leaves your backside like a dragon's nostril. That's actually, I never heard of that. That's not a bad idea. I've never heard of that idea, but that might not be a bad concept. Typical New York City, I'm sure nurses, no, it's Caroga. But the nurses took her stuff. R.I.P. George Carlin. Oh, did George Carlin pass away? Oh, man. Well, I thought he was dead already, to be honest with you, but okay. Schromer says that should be preparation for the colonoscopy. Yeah, I didn't. Are you talking about the toilet paper thing? Because I've never heard of that. I have no objection to a union Anti-Tracker still watching patiently. I know. Thank you. Anti-Tracker is so hungry you can see through him. That is true. Man, I tell you. I hope. And I don't know if Mrs. Anti-Tracker is still watching. I hope she lets me have like a carb treat tomorrow because after the colonoscopy, because I'm not going to be in a good mood. Take over the world? No, dude. You need to think bigger. The anti-base on the moon is rule over the entire solar system. I'll do what I can. Thank you, Eric. Do not take money from Anti-Tracker. It could be a little chitty. Careful with the N-word, Anti-Tracker. Which N-word did I... Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I got to be careful about not saying that political party. And let's see. Did I miss something? Let's so. Uncle Remus is saying woo. Seth MacFarlane called Nerdrotic. While Gary said he couldn't go into detail, MacFarlane said he likes what Gary's doing, told him to always be honest, and MacFarlane watches to see fan thoughts. That is awesome. If Seth MacFarlane is actually a Nerdrotic fan, that is freaking awesome. And like I said, Seth MacFarlane, I have a lot of respect for now. And so I hope that, Nerdrotic tells Seth to watch my channel. That would be freaking awesome. You know what would be like? What would be the coolest thing ever would be to get Seth MacFarlane to do an interview on my channel about Orville and Star Trek and stuff. Oh man, I would love to do that. I know he wouldn't do it because I'm not a real media guy, but that would be awesome. People who don't use the internet will still know that it exists and what it does. AOC couldn't identify a garbage disposal and didn't know what it did despite its name. Well, I don't know the garbage disposal situation specifically, but, maybe if she was, and I know my understanding is she grew up in the Bronx, that she was not a particularly well-off person, so maybe she just never seen one. So Tom says, R.I.P. Chris Kraft, NASA first flight director. Oh, that's sad. I did not know that Chris Kraft passed away either. Wow. George Carlin and Chris Kraft. Bad day for comedy and science. Wow. But Super Chat number 10, you got it, my friend. And so there we go. Another classic. Andrew says, screw you, anti-trekker. Sorry, Tiger. I hit the jackpot. Mrs. Villers is my unicorn. Andrew, I need a little clarification on that. I have no idea what that is about. So, Andrew, please fill me in. What? Screw Mrs. Villers is my unicorn. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos. Yes. Watch Robot Chicken's Joker's Shawshank Redemption, and then you'll get it. I've seen every Robot Chicken, but I don't remember Joker's Shawshank Redemption off the top of my head. Are you going to create a BitChute account? I actually already did. I haven't put much there yet, but the link for it should be in the description below, Ed. Thank you for asking. Were you pro Gary Johnson in the last election, as I thought he was more positive than Hillary Trump? I voted for Gary Johnson in the last election. Actually, yes, I did in fact vote for Gary Johnson. Will you ever vote Kurogan Party? Possibly, but I would not vote for BIRDOPREY 5. And Peter says, good news, BIRDOPREY 5. I'm not sure why. If you've ever seen the Richard Pryor movie Brewster's Millions, he runs for mayor with that and with the slogan none of the above. That's how I felt in 2016. Yes, I love Brewster's Millions. I think it was actually, in my opinion, it was one of Richard Pryor's best films. I actually really, really liked it. And but yes, because he got like $30 million that he had to spend in 30 days. And if he could spend the $30 million in 30 days and have nothing left to show for it, then he would get $300 million. And of course, if he failed, then his sleazy attorneys would get the $300 million. So they, of course, were trying to sabotage him. But yes, the none of the above campaign. I'll tell you, if I had $30 million and I had to blow it, I would run a none of the above campaign. I think that's honestly, we need that. Hulk Hogan will take down Trump in 2020. Brother. Bird is a real politician. He does try to do spin. Yes, he does. Bird is an expert spinner. Carlin died a few years ago. That's what I thought. That's why I was confused. So why did somebody say R.I.P. George Carlin? Just random, but okay. Don't avoid carbs, just count calories. There are different philosophies as far as weight loss. Mrs. Antricker has me on a carb-restricted diet, and, I respect her, and she is better at this stuff than me, because she's had some success with me in the past as far as controlling my diet, so I understand. But I'm just hoping she'll let me have a treat after the hell I have to go through tomorrow morning. Don't forget, people, hit the like button, share via socials, donate if you can, and send Anti-Trekker air freshener to save Mrs. Oh, you guys are horrible. Even though she was crazy left, she still made me laugh. Carlin. Yes, I actually, Carlin, I'll tell you, before he got all anti-religious with everything he did, which was a shame because I thought he was hilarious before that. I thought he was one of my absolute favorites. I can't repair my driller because the PCU limit. Please turn us down, grind one of your bases so I can repair it. It's not like Kuroga is in danger to you. Danger to you. I don't, well, first of all, I haven't been in the game, so I didn't know what we can do there, Hector. Is there anything that can be done? I don't know. I know that there's been talk on Discord about it, so we need to find out from Wesley and or Cinnabon what the status is on the PCU limit. Are you really professional a-hole? Are you really professional a-hole or what? No. And so I don't know where that came from. AOC didn't grow up in the Bronx. She also had affluent parents. I didn't know that. I thought she was, I know that she ran in the Bronx, but yeah. How do you no, I'm not Seth MacFarlane, anti-tricker. Well, Rock Solid, you're right. If you are, in fact, Seth MacFarlane, or if Seth MacFarlane has some cute username that I don't know about and he watches this and has interacted with me in the past, please, for the love of God, come on and talk to me because, wow, everybody will subscribe to my channel because they'll say, holy crap, anti-tricker knows Seth MacFarlane. Plus, I love the Orville. All right, so I'm not going to lie, not a huge fan of Family Guy, but I think it's funny. I just think it's a little too random for my taste. But the Orville, oh my God, best science fiction show to come out in years, and I would love to talk to you about it and the comparison of, honestly, if I could talk to Seth MacFarlane in an interview, I'd want to talk about the Orville and his fandom with Star Trek and how that led him to the Orville. I would also, I gotta admit, I would love to have a debate with Seth MacFarlane about the existence of God and stuff like that, because I know he's an atheist, but he seems like a really personable guy, and I think it'd be a fun conversation. But I'd talk to him about anything. If he just wanted to come on and talk about different brands of toilet paper, I would do that, because he seems like the kind of guy that I would have a good time talking to. The bit about TP of the Future was just a joke about your backside being on fair and preparation. Speaking from experience, I cannot stand on the validity of the claim. Okay, well, I thought that I was hoping, but yes, I know, I've been through it before. His contact with Fox limited him on interviews. I don't know about his Disney's deal. I don't either. Are you going to binge eat after your colonoscopy? And if so, what will you be eating? No, I'm not going to binge eat, but I will definitely eat something, but I don't know what. It'll be up to Mrs. Anti-Trigger. No, she was pretty well off as a kid. She was pretty well off. She wasn't poor, but garbage disposals were illegal in New York City, downstate New York, until very recently. No one had them, rich or poor. Ah, well, I did not know that. And of course, leave it to frickin' New York to make garbage disposals illegal. New York is like such a pillar of legal mastery where we can ban garbage disposals and supersized drinks. Thank God we got New York. Well, the party system is the problem in modern democracies. It replaces meritocracy with partisan interests. You're right, Luke. We need to, I tend to agree. We should disband parties completely, except that the problem is that without the organization of political parties, you would literally be looking at thousands of people running every year. And, who knows, the problem is I don't know that there's an easy solution to it, but I really don't like the system that we have it. But very good point, Luke. Let's see. I grew up very similar circumstance to AOC in the Bronx. I heard of garbage disposals that didn't see one nor knew exactly how they worked until well into adulthood. Some people just can't imagine the limited access to basic amenities so much of the country takes for granted that us poor folks from the Bronx just didn't have. Well, and that's the thing. I didn't know that it was actually illegal. That's bizarre. Says, yeah, apparently Seth MacFarlane doesn't want shills. He cares about what fans think. And I seriously have an even greater level of respect for Seth MacFarlane. Me too. I genuinely, I wish, and if I had the connections, I really wish I could get a chance to talk to him. Because he and the production crew of the Orville have really impressed me. Even though I disagree with him on politics and stuff like that, I love the man is a man of integrity. I love the fact that he understands Star Trek better than the people that own Star Trek. But yes. Taco Day in the prison episode of Robot Chicken. Tacos rule. I remember that. I remember to actually link your BitChute account to your YouTube so it can upload automatically. I tried that and it's not working. So yeah. Bird is a spinner. That is true. Propaganda, spin, all the same. Yes, and they all point to BIRDOPREY. One of the sleazy lawyers in Brewster's Millions was, of course, Captain Decker. Was it really? I don't remember that. Now Darren's saying R.I.P. George Burns. Stop putting R.I.P. people that have died a long time ago. Spin? Did someone say spin? Spin it! Well, you put a donation in and you'll see, see, I'm asking for money now. Put a donation in, you'll see the spinning in the corner right there. Go to Streamlabs right now. Donate any amount and you'll see Spinning Spock and you can get asked for a super chat. R.I.P. Emperor Augustus, R.I.P. Bob Hope. You guys are jerks. George Carlin and I saw eye to eye when it came to the space program. Nassholes, I call them. Well, of course, but that's because you have a unique... I'm sure George Carlin would not agree with your ideas on the shape of the Earth. R.I.P. Charlie Chaplin, George Washington. We are not professional a-holes, only part-time. We're amateur a-holes. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. R.I.P. Rip Torn. Yeah, I get it. R.I.P. Adam and Eve. Oh, jeez. And Trigger. So the USS Sand Trigger is now a Union ship. Don't they all look pretty much alike except for when it comes to size? Yeah, and that's why I'm working really hard to try and come up with something that is somewhat unique, but still fills in the Union design aesthetic in general. I'm going to assume we haven't, while we did see a whole bunch of ships in the big battle with the Kalon, and they all are basically the same basic components. A quantum drive in the back, an arrowhead in the front, and various sizes depending on the class of ship, whether it's like a scout ship or a full-on battleship. And of course, if the larger ships have a larger quantum drive in the back and all that. So the anti-trekker is going to be a small, it's going to be a missile boat, same concept that I had for the Federation version. And so while it will have some of those similarities, I think it'll be unique enough to where you can identify it. So that's what I'm going for. Let's see. The best guy to run against Trump is Jesse Ventura. That would be hilarious. Valor says, if I had $30 million and had to spend it all, I would give BIRDOPREY $15,999,999 and Anti-Trigger $14,001. Well, thank you, I think. Not sure why you wouldn't just give us each $15 million, but if you just want to show your preference for Bird, that's fine. I can understand that. Ask Seth about Red Dwarf. That gets more in common. That's got more in common with Orville. I disagree, Peter. While I think that the sense of humor may be more like Red Dwarf, the aesthetic and the storytelling is definitely Star Trek, particularly Star Trek: The Next Generation. And even though I'm an original series guy, I'm down for it because at least I would rather have some good Star Trek: The Next Generation than the crap that we're getting from CBS. R.I.P. Dinosaurs. Enderman is here. Our second craziest subscriber. Good to see you, Enderman. Says, hey, yo, Anti-Trekker. Good to see you. Brontosaurus Rex says, why is YouTube on a rampage to shut down all the channels I like? Because we are not corporate channels and because we are not left-wing channels. That's why. And Google is on a mission right now. It's so ironic. And I've talked about this before. In fact, in my discussion with Doomcock, we talked about this for a little bit. It is so ridiculously ironic that the far left progressive has always warned us of these big evil corporations that are these big conservative think tanks that are going to take over and corporatism is going to destroy America. And what they're doing, big left-wing corporations are trying to take over. And that's exactly what's happening with Google, is they are trying to impose their political philosophy on the world. And because they've worked so hard and so diligently to become the source of information, not just for us ordinary folks, but guess what? Most news outlets use Google. Almost everybody uses Google to get information. Almost all information travels through Google, which means Google can now censor the freaking world, and they're doing it. And I have to say, I am not a Republican. I do not support the Republican Party any more than I support the Democratic Party, and I don't support either one. I don't give them a dime of my money, and I don't register to affiliate with either one of them. I am an independent voter. All right? Make that perfectly clear. However, I would vote for Ted Cruz for president right now. based on the hearings that I've seen of him going after Google, I would absolutely vote for Ted Cruz right now. And if you haven't seen it, watch the hearing, not a clip from it. Watch the entire hearings. There was one on the 16th of this month that was, holy crap, incredible to watch. And the Google executive flat out lied to him. Flat out lied when he was asking about a political ad that was blocked by Google because it was on the conservative side. And guess what? The Google rep said, well, we had to block it because it had a 4-letter word in it. And then Cruz came back and said, well, it was bleeped out. And he said, yes, but you could tell what it is. And if you could tell what it is, it's a violation of our policies. And therefore, we had to block that commercial from airing. Okay, that was his statement. However, on my videos, on Doomcock's videos, on videos all over YouTube, I'm sure many of you have seen it, is a brand called Painter Sunglasses. Painter Sunglasses are these sunglasses made of titanium. They're supposed to be awesome. I don't know jack about them. I'm not saying they're good or bad. However, the first thing that happens in the commercial for Painter Sunglasses is a guy is holding the sunglasses going, holy shit, these are awesome. And the word is bleeped. So that means that Google flat out lied, not to you and me, but to the freaking Senate of the United States of America. And they're getting and they're getting away with it. Is that your colonoscopy being played on the screen behind me? Funny. Bail bonds are illegal in Wisconsin, but we all know what they are. Well, maybe, but you know what? How often do people talk about freaking bail bonds compared to compared to garbage disposals? I don't know. But yeah, I have a lot more respect for Senator Cruz than I did during the last election. But yeah. Uncle Remus says Thor, Loathe and Noise. Yeah, I'm hoping that Thor, Love and Thunder is actually good. I don't know. Taika Waititi is definitely a good director. Thor Ragnarok was the best of the Thor movies. So even though they're talking about Jane Foster's Thor, I'll wait and see. They might make it work. But I certainly hope so. So let's see. I always thought that Ted Cruz looked like a young Grandpa Munster. He looks much better with the beard, though, I gotta say. Now that he's got the beard, he actually looks more human. Marlena Moreau is in the house. Good to see you, ma'am. I'm, as always, my favorite representative from the Mirror Dimension. Dr. Alex is throwing some happy faces in, but I'm not sure. But that's an AD. You are their content creator. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about, yeah. R.I.P. Grandpa Mon. There's simply no excuse for AOC not knowing what a garbage disposal is. It spoke volumes when she posted that video. Well, I didn't see that particular video of her saying that. I think it's kind of funny, honestly, that she's that dim-witted as to not know. Waititi can make it look better than how it is. Waititi's a good director, so I'm hoping that he makes it good. It does sound a bit like Thor breaks wind after climax. Love and Thunder. Oh, jeez. R.I.P. Rowdy. Enderman says, you skipped over my comment. Go back up as a punishment. Or, Enderman, hear me out here. How about you repost the comment? Because, you know what? I got 62 people watching. I can't always go back and reread comments. I apologize, but I'm doing the best I can. If he had that beard in 2016, he'd be president now. I agree, Resolute. That beard makes him look so much more personable, and he's actually feels a lot more relaxed. He looked like he had a massive colonoscopy going on during the last election cycle. And so that was his biggest problem. If he had cut loose the way he has been in these Senate hearings, holy crap, he would be president right now. I bought an Oberth-class ship on Star Trek Online and named it Lore Reloaded and took on 3 BIRDOPREYs and won. Got blown up in a PvP match against a ship named Anti-Trekker. Are you serious? That's funny. Says, respect. Yes. Please forgive Anti-Trekker. He has issues. I do have issues. That's true. BIRDOPREY says, God knows I'm not AOC fan politically, but as a lifelong New Yorker, her not knowing what a garbage disposal is doesn't surprise me. Yes, I knew what it was, but she's still young and stupid. See, and I kind of get, yeah, and that's the thing. and I know what you mean by stupid. She's inexperienced, right? Like there's an old saying, youth is wasted on the young. Young people don't know crap. And AOC is young. R.I.P. dignity on the internet. Oh, that's the truth. R.I.P. no you poo. Okay. Enderman says, and Trigger, saw Phase 4 panel for the MCU. Already hate it. I can see the TV shows because we'll never let's see. I can't even see the TV shows because we'll never get Disney's new streaming service, and Thor 4 is effing cringy as hell. Well, first of all we know about Thor 4 is the title and the fact that Jane Foster will get the hammer at some point, which begs the question, well, the hammer was destroyed. How is that going to happen? Because the duplicate hammer that they used in Endgame has gone back to where it came from. So I don't know how that's going to work, but but the title being cringy, yeah, but at the same time, you look at the way they display it, and it just looks like this is cheese, because Thor Ragnarok was cheese, but it was great cheese. That's the thing. Mike Richards is here from Columbus, Ohio. Good to see you, Mike, as always. This has been an interesting stream thus far, very energetic, lots of tirades and rants. I need to look more like Auntie. By the way, this is the same Millie Jackson who released FU Symphony, and there's a butt a size on her latest album titled Not for Church Folks, so obviously you have to show it to Corey. Wait, this is this, what did I miss there? Demo Gorgonzola. By the way, this is the same Millie Jackson. Did I see, I must have missed a prior comment about Millie Jackson. What I am completely lost here, and I don't see a prior comment from you. So what did I miss? I'm really lost. Tiki says, BIRDOPREY, my grandma was from your neck of the woods. She didn't learn to drive till she was 35. Oh, it's different there. Well, and that's actually, it's like Mrs. Anti-Trekker didn't learn to drive until she was, I don't know, I don't think she was quite 35, but she went through, a good chunk of her life without knowing how to drive. She didn't learn how to drive until we were in California. I'm trying to remember, but yeah. And it just depends on where you live. If it's not necessary and you never are exposed to it, you don't know about it. I love to see Scott Walker, Paul Ryan run as a ticket. Ryan got a bad rap. He's terrific policy wonk, and he understands budgets. Well, the problem, during the elections, these people need to stop just trying to tear down the other guys and put forward their own platform, but they're not very good. Garbage disposal is very rare in the UK, only known through horror films. So that's because you guys eat garbage, right? So you don't have garbage to dispose of. Doesn't have Entry doesn't have issues. He has full subscriptions. I get it. Out at any minute. Waiting for doctor. Out at any minute. All right, well, the doctor is here right now. Okay. Good news, everyone. I won't be around much, if at all, for 2 weeks. You get a vacation from me. Oh, that is good news, DJ. Where are you going? No, she's not inexperienced. She is stupid. Literally, not figuratively stupid. Stop coddling her by saying she's ignorant and inexperienced. Watch the video. Darren, stupid is a statement regarding a person's mental faculty. And to call someone stupid means they're incapable of understanding something. Ignorant means that they simply don't know. Now, they could be willingly ignorant, which is foolish to be willingly ignorant, but that doesn't make you stupid. I'm not coddling her. I'm simply not making the assumption that she is an idiot and incapable of understanding this. Because if she was a complete idiot and incapable of understanding this, she wouldn't have been able to attack the people she's attacked and do some of the stuff she's done. I don't think she's stupid. I do think she is incredibly ignorant. Valkyrie needs to find her queen too. Rule new Asgard. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Jane Foster gets Thor's hammer. Is that a euphemism for something? Unfortunately, no. So what's her name may come from a different quantum reality. If you're talking about Jane or something else. Thomas says server might be working now. All right, I'll try it in just a minute here. let's see. Don't forget the people, hit the like button, share via socials, donate if you can, and down with Karoga. Thank you, Rock Solid. Thor Ragnarok may have been cheese, but it was fun cheese. Silly string cheese in a can. It certainly wasn't brie. That's true. I was talking about Millie Jackson album Back to the... She has funny dialogue between songs with topics including sex life or bathroom, like Muffle That Fart. Okay, I didn't know about that album, but doesn't sound like quite my cup of tea, to be honest with you. If you read my comment about ignoring me, I apologize. I messed up the YouTube stream and thought you missed it. No worries, Joseph. And if I did miss something, I apologize, but I'm doing the best I can, and I suck at this, I know. Past driving test at 26, not so necessary in London. Yeah, and in Portland, Oregon, it's not necessary either. They have a great mass transit system, and that's why Mrs. Anstricker didn't know how to drive. The ship that destroyed me was a Connie, and I thought I could take it on, but I was overconfident. Yeah, well, the thing is, it just depends on what kind of equipment they have on the ship. And I understand there is a Tier 6 Connie, so... If they use Stormbreaker, she'll look ridiculous next to it. She is as tall as the prop. I agree. I think she would look really stupid with Stormbreaker. But my understanding is at Comic-Con, they showed her holding Mjolnir. And so if that's the case, I assume she's going to get a hammer. Enter, they want us to remove parts of our base. Why? Who is they? If you mean Wesley and Cinnabon, then we can work on that. If it's just the other factions want us to remove our base so they can build more stuff, well, no, we need to fix the PCU problem. I maintain she is stupid by definition. We don't have to assume she is. She has demonstrated she is. I disagree. Stupid would mean she knew about it, she was exposed to it, and she couldn't comprehend it. Black Widow trailer is dropped. Oh, I will check that out. Thank you, Peter. Unnecessary movie for sure, but it could be good. Will Mrs. Antricker do any more book reviews? Well, I would like her to, but you guys got to push her. Peter says I was talking about Jane Foster. Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, she could be from another dimension, but it's going to be Natalie Portman. And I'm sorry, Natalie Portman is a horrible Jane Foster as it is, and she's going to be even more horrible wielder of Mjolnir. I'm sorry, that's just laughable to even think about. Because yeah, that's just going to be horrible. Enderman says, I heard that Galactus and Silver Surfer will show up in Thor 4. Now that would make it interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing that. And I want to see Galactus very much. I want to see Norrin Rad, aka Silver Surfer, very much. I cannot wait for them to do the Fantastic Four. That's going to be the ultimate Marvel movie if they do it right without screwing it up with the woke business. She is way too skinny. Agreed. Needs a few sandwiches. Agreed again. Louisiana and DJ says Louisiana and Kansas meeting some other DJs from the online station, plus took for a gator to wrestle in the bunny outfit. Look for a gator to wrestle in a bunny outfit. You should do that and absolutely record it, and so that we can watch you die on YouTube. Tessa Thompson may say something cringy, silly, identitarian politics type stuff, but she is gorgeous, and that goes a long way for me. I'm shallow. Well, Tessa Thompson is gorgeous. I will grant you that. And I think she did a good job as Valkyrie. And that's the thing. I know they are attacking. Oh, great. Are they? And so let's see if we can. So apparently my base is about to be destroyed. Hold on, guys. If you're attacking, let me get in here so everybody can see the decimation as it happens. Let's see. The main justification for a representative democracy based on the idea the nation is a people, that the people's voice needs representation, avoids crowds deemed stupid. Okay. As Endgame clearly showed us, anybody can lift Stormbreaker. So Jane having Stormbreaker wouldn't mean anything. That's actually correct. All right. So let's see. I am apparently in the game. So where are they, Thomas? I don't have any ammo, but I don't see anybody attacking. What are you talking about, Thomas? I think Thomas is lying to me. All right, so let's see. Cinnamon says PCU issue should be fixed. As Endgame clearly shows us, anybody can... Oh, yeah, I already read that. But yes, Mjolnir establishes worth. It does. Hopefully Galactus won't be an all-consuming fart cloud. Yes, that would be very, very bad. So I thought you said they were attacking. What did you say? Cinnabon said Pot's attack coming. Okay. Well, if you guys destroy my base, I won't be surprised because we don't really have that much here. And unlike the filthy Kurogans, we don't bother to hide what we have. Although I need some ammo. I don't have any ammo on me. In fact, I have very little on me at all. Let's see. Fact is, modern technology does provide people the ability to express their will and voice on a larger scale. Furthermore, studies showed what has been called collective intelligence. Okay, but not sure what the point of that is exactly, Luke. And I just realized my camera's not on. Let me turn it on. There. So let's see. We got... I don't see anything going on here. Not sure what I'm waiting here for. Let's see. Enter, watch out. Thomas is a turncoat. I doubt that. Let's see. Cinnabon says, I'm not attacking the base. I'm going after the holy icon that attacked me. Oh, well, if Cinnabon attacks, we have no chance. I mean, let's be real. But let me see, Cinnabon. I will try not to shoot you. I just want to... Well, actually, we should be able to see it from here. So the holy icon he's talking about is, if you can see it off in the distance, there is a cross over there that has automatic defenses on it. And let's see, I got 65% of a tank I can probably get in that general area. So that when Cinnabon attacks it, I want to be able to see what's going on. So, let's see... I'm just trying to get a good spot here so I can watch the carnage. Although I'll probably end up getting killed here while I'm trying to get close enough to see. Because I just realized, like, automated defenses and stuff will shoot at me. Or, you know, it's assuming Cinnabon has them. Alright. Not yet. I have to rebuild. Oh, now you say it'll be a while? I get all set up to watch the carnage, and then you're like, oh, yeah. Thomas, what's with the grass? It's colorful? Okay. I don't think Thomas is a turncoat. Let's see. Base coming from the rear. Wait, that's just his colonoscopy. Whatever you do, don't clench. You guys are bad. Now, I hope the Valkyrie is performed well like before. They managed to make it work well in Thor Ragnarok. Also, Mjolnir doesn't exist anymore, so how could Jane lift it? I don't know. That's a good question. I want to know how Jane is going to lift Mjolnir. By the way, so Thomas actually was very kind and made me an office. So we're going to check it out in just a minute. I have a bigger following than Nermal. Well, I'm sorry. Nermal's a cute cat. The game is shallow like a plate. This game is shallow like a plate. Let it die? Wow. I don't think the game is shallow like a plate. I'm not sure what you mean there. Let's see. Ben and I just returned from General Hospital. We caught men in the right position. And we named the song Constipation Blues. That's horrible. All right, so this is the anti-base here. And I fully... recognize that anybody could take this base out pretty easily, including the evil people from Kuroga. But this is kind of cool. This is my office that Thomas has kindly made for me. So if we go in here, and while it does need a little bit of paint and stuff, you can see there's our motto right there. Thor 4 is a prequel about how they broke up. That would be horrible. And then this is the official office of the anti-trekker right here. I got a nice desk, couch, and of course, what every anti-trekker needs, a toilet. Who wins a fight? Spot versus Nermal? That's a good question. I don't, I would say looking at Nermal, I think Nermal has probably got a little bit of an edge there. But I don't know. Has Nermal been declawed or anything? Because that could change the tide of it. Let's see. This could also lead to the build of actual direct democracies instead of representative democracies. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get past representative democracies. Chrono says your office is tilted? What are you talking about? Just sitting on the toilet. Good to have a pressure release valve in your toilet. I'll tell you that is important. And so, let's see. But the Screaming Jay Hawking son is actually quite good. I'll take your word for it. So Chris Evans will deliver the hammer to Jane. Well, you see, yeah, that's the only way I could see it working is if Thor 4 is in fact a prequel. I could kind of see that, but I think that would be a mistake. I don't even know what's in this cargo container. Just nothing. Okay. So we'll put this stuff in there just to clear out the inventory. And there we go. Let's see. It'll be nice to see him again. Was tilted. Well, I think that was just the angle. You know, it's a first-person game. I could have been looking at it at an odd angle, or when I was flying around. I do love this sign, Thomas. This is like the best thing about this office. So, this is obviously the reception area of the office. Now, first thing we need to do, I want a more elegant look to the place. So we're going to make the floors a nice black carbon fiber, I think. That would look nice. If I can get the stupid thing to paint. That's the problem, is that it looks like I might have a problem trying to paint these walls without grinding them down and rebuilding them, and I don't want to do that. Let's try this. Yeah, why is it that it won't let me do anything here? Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know I had a defense there. Oh, it's the PCU limit. That's why I can't place anything, I don't think. Or maybe it's because I don't have any steel plates on me either, so that could be part of the problem. Let's take a look. Mjolnir is another MCU fake death. I hope not. Kuroga does not suck. It blows. Well, I think it does both, to be honest with you. Kuroga is a horrible, evil dictatorship. Turdistan swallows. That's not true. Turdistan expels. And let's see. Okay, I'm out. See you later. All right, Darren, have a good one, my friend. All right, let's see. Yeah, it won't let me paint for some reason. Cinnabon has the Starfleet. We only have 4 vehicles. Yeah, we're screwed if Cinnabon attacks. Oh. The office of the magnificent, wise, honorable, all-powerful president of Turdistan anti-checker. Wow. That is the best sign ever, my friend. Thomas, you really outdid yourself. I didn't even see that sign until just now. That's awesome. The light bounding box is blocking you. Yeah, I think, but the thing is that shouldn't be the case in every, well, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, because there's nothing blocking there. Like, I could actually place a block if I wanted to, which would be stupid, of course, but, and so to paint, it shouldn't be a problem, because the way that the game works is that you just position as if you were going to place something and then click on the middle mouse button and it paints it whatever color you have selected. And currently I have black and carbon fiber selected. So I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking it has something to do with the PCU problem. And let's get the grinder there. And our drill. And let's see. I hope that window is bulletproof. It actually is. It is bulletproof glass. Although, let's see. Enter the lights are... No, it's not the lights, Cinnabon. And I know you're probably watching the stream and talking. Because even if there is nothing in my way... Let me try... I wonder if it's because Thomas built everything here. Let me go and just try to... We'll just go to our main base here, and we'll try to paint a block down here and see what happens. Yeah, see, so I can paint blocks fine in here. I wonder why. And so, I don't know what it is. I can paint in here, but I can't paint in my office. I don't get it. I hope that one, I already read that. Mike Rich says, is Bird of Prey 5 still selling Karoga war bonds? He's trying to. He hasn't sold any yet. That's the problem, is Bird of Prey 5, while he is attempting to sell war bonds, he is not succeeding. It is truly a PCU problem or more of a POS problem. You got a virus from the Star Trek Disco Enterprise. That could be. But the window could survive a photon torpedo. How do you paint? So the way you paint, Thomas, if you're looking at my screen, is you hit P. That brings up the color picker screen. And then you want to make sure that, notice it says there's a checkbox for use color to repaint. You select whatever color you want. And you'll notice how that box changes to match it. And then depending on if you have the decorative pack, I think it is, you can select digital camouflage, regular armor, or carbon fiber. So I just picked carbon fiber. Then you point at a spot like you're going to place there, and you hit the middle mouse button, and it paints it. And that's how you paint. So I just painted these 4 squares as black carbon fiber, which I think looks pretty good. That's why I was going to make the floors in the office. But unfortunately, it's not working. So, but in the base, we have dark green and digital camouflage. And so to paint it that way, I just go back and hit the middle mouse button again on those 4 squares. Now, that's how it works. Pretty simple. And it works on pretty much anything. But for some reason, when I go up to my office, and I think it might be because you built it, not me, although, see, I can't paint. I'm clicking on the middle mouse button, and it's not painting any of these squares, despite the fact that it should. And so, yeah, it's kind of weird the way that that's working. Control plus middle click to paint the whole grid. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. So, if let me try something. So I'll pick black just so that I have something different here. And then control, middle mouse button. Oh, yeah, and it paints a whole area instead of just one. That's kind of cool. But yeah. So, but I have no idea why I can't paint anything in the office. Thomas says I can paint. All right, well, let's see if you can do it. I was just going to make the carpets a nice dark color. The walls, I was going to do like a dark green. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, you're painting it up pretty good there. Now, the one thing you may need to do a little bit of is that sometimes it's a little tricky when you try to paint. Well, it looks like you've got it. So, yeah, trying to paint a block that has something else on it. But and while you're painting, I'll just relax here. Let's see. Let's get back to the chat here. Let's see. It could be a PEPCAC error. No idea what you're talking about there. What happened to the Brett Keene's teeth? And do you think his Christianity is just for money? I don't know. I haven't talked to Brett Keene in a very, very long time. I don't know anything about his. Did he have a dental thing? I didn't know about that one. Brett Keene was an interesting character. Was his Christianity just for, I assume you mean money, not many? That's not for me to judge. I don't know. But I would certainly be very suspicious of it, the way that he did things. And let's see. Peter's got to go to dinner. All right, my friend. Have a good one, my friend. I wish I could have dinner. I don't get to eat anything all day. Woe is me. Pet peeve. When the timing is really off in a movie like Into Darkness, they will have their weapons up in 3 minutes, but we have 3 action scenes totaling 8 minutes before they get the weapons up. Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, that's an inconsistency that you see all the time. Like, for example, it's funny. We were watching, me and Mrs. Antrecker were watching the episode That Which Survives from the original series. Thomas, what color? I was going to make the floor black. So the episode That Which Survives is one where the Enterprise comes across an artificial planet. Everybody that lived there is long dead, but the computer there is creating replicas of the last citizen that was alive to go and act as a defense mechanism to kill people that it sees as invaders. Interesting episode, some good high concept there. But the thing is that now normally when they beam out of the transporter room, it takes, there's a very established sound effect, visual effect, and everything, and it takes, I don't know how many seconds, but let's say 6 seconds for someone to beam out. However, in this episode, just as they're about to beam down, the chick shows up in the transporter room to kill the transporter officer, and just so that Kirk can witness it all, for some reason, the transporter takes about triple the normal time so that he can witness the entire thing before he dematerializes. And so I thought that was just kind of stupid. By the way, Thomas, I love the look of the black couch there. That looks good. So I would definitely keep the couch black. Although the walls, I think we need to be a different color than black. So I go back to green for the walls. So let's see. PBCAC probably exists between chair and keyboard. Oh, okay. That's what what I refer to as a picnic. Problem in chair, not in computer. Also, PCM, CIA, people can't remember computer industry acronyms. Yeah, well, PBCAC I didn't, but picnic I knew. If you had said picnic, I would have gotten it. Problem in chair, not in computer. But the nevertheless, that's I think it has to do with the fact, because since Thomas can paint in here and I can't, I think that it's a simple matter that since all of this stuff technically belongs to Thomas, since he built it, it doesn't let me alter it. That would make sense. I could grind it down and rebuild it and then paint it, but that would be a waste of time. They also have a tiny airlock inside a huge cargo bay. And why would the operator of the airlock have to strap himself into a console to prevent him from being sucked out? Well, because reasons. So interior decorating is more important than defense, anti-trigger? No, not at all. But we, as far as defense, now, first of all, I already know full well our base is not a military-grade installation here. So if somebody attacked with a significant force, they could easily destroy our base. I don't doubt that one bit. However, you can see we do in fact have a defense turret right here. You can also see that if you actually did get past that defense turret and entered the base, that there are internal turrets placed within the base itself. So that, I didn't even notice this window. Very cool. So yes, there are defenses. Oh, wow, I just realized I'm describing it while I'm not on this right screen. So here we go. So this is the main entrance to my office. And there is a defensive turret right there to prevent people from invading. If they do get in, there is an internal turret right here to shoot them as they come down the corridor. So yes, we do have defenses. Hey, Anti-Trigger, how much more nasty do you think politics will get before the 2020 elections? A lot. I will tell you a lot. It's going to be very difficult. Probably within 6 to 8 months, it's going to be very difficult to not talk about politics. ISDN, it still does nothing. Actually, rock solid, ISDN is improvements subscribers didn't need. Auntie-awake, repeat, Auntie is awake. Yes, Auntie did wake. Oh, and I just realized her cam is not on this screen. Is it this one? There we go. Auntie, you can see, is in fact awake. Good job. Auntie, come here. Okay, you're just going to sit there and stare at me. Fine. Be a jerk. So, what are you doing, girl? Huh? You're just going to look at me like that, trying to make me feel guilty, and you don't tell me what you want? Tell me what you want, and I'll give it to you. Anything you want, tell me. No, you're just going to stare at me, aren't you? You're just going to stare at me. And you look like you're about to fall asleep. You awake? Okay. So, yeah, that's Auntie. Now she's going to chew her foot or something. She likes to do that sometimes. All right. I mean, that cargo bay might have been the biggest set in all of Trek. You're right. Yeah, talking about on the in Star Trek Into Darkness. Yeah, that was crazy. The normal and anti-show. Yeah, we need a normal cam to go right next to the anti-cam. You got Krogan menial labor to build your office, so you can't make changes, and that raises no concerns with you. Well, first of all, Thomas is not Krogan. Thomas is the hero of Turdistan, the great sniper who has... Captain, really? That's your outfit? Okay. And he's just staring at the artwork there. But the Thomas is in fact a hero of the Turdistani cause. He is the one person who single-handedly slaughtered an invading force of Kurogans, and it was a beautiful, beautiful moment. And I know some of you are thinking, "Oh, come on, that couldn't be true," but it absolutely is true, and I can prove it to you.
But here's what we're gonna do. It's a beautiful day in Kuroga. Of course, it's time to protect the Kuroga homelands. Ah, shit! We're already taking shots. What the hell was that? What? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Who shot me? Who shot me?
That would be Thomas.
Where's the body? There.
Of course, Thomas is still in the area.
God damn it. God damn it.
There you go, Thomas. Good job. And there's another one. Good job, Thomas.
It would help if it was telling me where people were shooting from.
So yes, the hero of Turdistan.
Alamarine, if you can see. Alamarine, you'll come with me. Alamarine.
The hero of Turdistan is Thomas Potts. And besides that, we also have... Now, Thomas is, of course, a great hero and the greatest sniper that Turdistan has ever had. However, our fearless leader, yours truly, is not without his share of heroics as well.
The first stage of the operation was simple. Turdistani snipers took up strategic positions around the Kurogan base. Very carefully, they took out the power supplies that gave the Kurogans their defensive capabilities. Then, the great hero, Anti-Trekker himself, parasailed directly into the center of the Kurogan base and single-handedly destroyed their base from within. This is the ultimate victory. This is the death of Kuroga. And because Turdistanis care about the environment, we recycled everything we could. As the Kurogan capital burned to the ground, a surveillance camera caught the last moments of the evil dictator BIRDOPREY 5. This is that footage.
To Section 31! To Section 31! What the fuck?
So yes, proof that that's the war in a nutshell right there. So, let's see. Technically, that was a cross. Shame on you. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. This is a lie. Kurogans don't have defensive capabilities. Actually, they did have a decent amount of turrets around their base, or as they call it for some reason, turnets. I don't know where that came from, but that is something that their Kurogan dictator likes to refer to them as. So, however, so the war goes well. For the most part, although we know that the Kurogans are a massive militaristic dictatorship, which means that they will probably overrun us any day now. We're just waiting for it to happen, but we will fight to the last because we believe in freedom. In the meantime, guys, I do need to wrap it up because I need to lie down for a while. Plus, I'm going to need to have to do other things that I shall not describe in the interest of good taste. But I do want to thank all of you for hanging out with me, and thank you for supporting this channel, because without you guys, I wouldn't be here, and this is exactly where I want to be. If I were to have a catchphrase, that would probably be it. And so you guys take care and have a wonderful day. I'm not going to make a poop joke because the rest of my day is going to be a poop joke.